Things really piled up while I was away.
Is that it, Shane? Is it the work you're thinking about? Or is it Jim?
Well, but I'm no expert on the Heimlich maneuver. I mean, shouldn't you have a doctor tell people about this?
Yeah, don't you worry about that. We'll have a medical expert explain it. But you actually saved someone's life.
And you like this idea, too?
I certainly do. If you inspire people to use the maneuver, it's real public service, and I'm all for public service.
Well, that settles it. I'll do it. Won't people be surprised to see me on television again? Okay, go for it.
Need an ambulance. Ava, honey, you're okay. You're okay, Ava.
I'm scared.
We're going to get you to the hospital in 2 shakes. Just hang on.
It's the baby, Mama.
The baby?
It's my baby.
The baby will be fine, honey. You just hold on. It's okay, Ava. It's okay.
Mom? You up there? Rick.
Hi, Jack. Going someplace?
Yeah, I have a quickie assignment for Amaral.
Well, that's good news. Glad to see you're back in the company.
Don't be a hypocrite, Rick. You don't give a damn about me or where I go, except that you're probably glad to have me out of the way for a few days.
Come off it, Jack. We're both in the same family, aren't we?
That's a crock. Guy's family doesn't kick him when he's down or try to move in on his wife the moment his back is turned. But I'm not going to stop fighting you, Rick. It's going to be real hard to replace me where Stacy and JJ are concerned.
That's up to Stacy, isn't it?
Sure, of course it's up to Stacy. But you got to remember, we've known each other our entire lives. And we've been in love for a lot of years. Those memories are going to be real hard to beat.
Well, if that's what Stacy wants, if that's what's going to make her happy, fine. Her happiness comes first, doesn't it? I'm not going to lie to you, Jack. I love her. I want her in my life forever.
Well, then may the best man win. Because I'm going to be the best man. It's only a matter of time before Stacy and I are back together, Rick. I'm the only one that can make her happy. The sooner you get that through your head, better off you're going to be.
All right, we'll try to do the paperwork before the shoot. Contracts, releases, so forth. Now, we're going to run through your segment at the end of this week. We'll do the actual shooting early next week. By then, Dreamer Daniels will be on board.
Well, nobody back home will ever believe this.
Well, now, they'll have to believe it when they see you on the air, won't they? I think you'll do a first-rate job, Egypt. I've seen you perform.
Oh, listen, I'm real sorry I had to fudge a little bit when we first met, but I did really have a good time on that lunch.
Oh, well, don't you worry about it. I must say, I am terribly impressed about your ability to think on your feet. It was all very creative.
Listen, would you mind kind of keeping it a little quiet about me being in the pilot for a while?
Why? Aren't you proud of it?
Well, sure, but I don't want people to think that I'm taking advantage of Mr. Forbes and his bad luck with that bit of burger. I already kind of get the feeling Mr. Clayton doesn't like me too much. Last night, when he came into the bar, he really glared at me.
Oh, well, he was probably thinking of something entirely different, Egypt. That's the way he is. Don't give it a second thought.
But does he have to give the okay for you to hire me?
Oh, no, not at all. I am the head of the Amaral division, and Mr. Hartman is head of the Image Project. We make all the decisions.
I think you're going to be just dynamite, Miss Jones. Human interest story and a public service angle that can't be beat. I wish I had a dozen of you. Now, remember, check with my secretary about the arrangements.
You know, I think we can even arrange for you to keep the wardrobe, Egypt.
I've just been pinching myself black and blue to make sure I'm not dreaming. Well, I'll go talk to your secretary. Wow, this is the most exciting day I've ever had. Thank you. Bye.
She's an original, and the camera loves her.
Well, you're certainly up today.
And why not? I'm ahead of schedule, under budget, and I got Dreama Daniels to host the show. Do you have any idea what a coup that is, Gwen? She alone guarantees success for Image. Everything is falling into place.
Well, almost everything, Jeff. I miss you.
Please.
Don't worry, I won't embarrass you. As you pointed out, anyone could walk in on us. Even Tricia.
Are you threatening me? Are you?
Is Jim going to come up every time I don't just drop everything to go out with you?
I'm sorry, it was a cheap shot.
Yes, it was. Because I really do have a lot of catching up to do. And I am trying to put my marriage behind me, Dan, but it's going to take some time.
I love you, Shana. I want to spend time with you. As much as I can. Maybe what we have can turn into something real for the future. Our future.
Dan, please. I need time. Time to be single again. I need to see what that's like, to see what I'm like.
Of course you do. And you can have all the time you need. I mean, I won't even whisper the word future. We'll talk about weather, news, sports, whatever you need. I mean, after all, I'm asking for your hand in lunch, not marriage.
So how can I say no?
And if I mention the word commitment, I'll do your laundry for an entire month.
Oh, really? I'm going to hold you to that.
Here's the deal. See you in 20 minutes.
All right.
Oh, Clay.
Dan? You two becoming an item?
Oh, come on, Clay. You know, we've been friends for years.
Looks like he wants to be more than just friends.
I don't want to talk about Dan or Jim or my personal life.
All right, all right.
Just a minute. Hello? Oh, yeah, sure, he's here. It's your secretary.
Huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Brenda. What? What? Where? I'll be right there.
Clay, what is it? What's wrong?
I don't know. Ava's collapsed at her mother's house. They took her to the hospital.
Clay, wait. I'm coming with you, all right?
I just talked to my mother. She told me everything.
Okay, all right, let me explain.
How can you explain sleeping with my mother and never telling me?
Now, I meant to tell you, but my feelings for you, Tricia, are so
Your
strong.
feelings? You lied to me. You used my mother and now you're using me. Now who's going to be your next victim?
No, Tricia, I love you. The affair with your mother was purely physical.
That's disgusting. I feel like such a fool. I thought you were kind and sensitive. I believed you when you told me how much I meant to you. Well, that's the end of it. It's over.
Tricia.
I never want to see you again.
Now, Tricia, listen
Never.
to me.
I'm sorry. I thought that Mother would be here.
Well, she went to see one of the guests.
Are you all right? You look as if you've seen a ghost. Jim, why are you doing this to me?
Because I want you to be happy, Lily. Look, you wouldn't give up on me when you told me to fight for Shana, and I'm glad you did, even though it didn't work out. So, I am not going to let up on you. Music once brought great joy to your life, Lily. It could again.
It didn't. It brought me pain and fear. Jim, music wasn't a gift to me. It was a punishment.
Lily, if you think you have the corner on bad memories, well, you don't. You know, there were a lot of painful times in Shana's and my marriage, but I certainly don't sit around and agonize about them. In the long run, It's the happy times that are important. So that's what I try to concentrate on, and that is something you're going to have to try to learn to do, too.
Well, I can't. Jim, I can't.
Lily, these kids need you. You could make a difference in their life, and your music could make a big difference. It could be an escape for some of them, and for others, well, it could be a way right out of their problems. Lily, if you won't play for yourself, at least play for the children.
Jim, the children are ready. They're due at the hospital in half an hour.
Oh, right. Mei Ling, refresh my memory. Amy needs a complete physical, and the two boys need a booster shot.
I think it would be best if I went with you. Now, some of the children haven't been to a doctor in a long time, and they're nervous. That is, if you don't need me here, Lily.
No, I have everything under control, and with all due respect, Jim, Mei Ling's better with the little ones than you are.
It's because I've had some nurses training. I worked in the pediatric ward.
Well, you are a godsend.
You'll look after Timmy for me. He's so very fond of you.
Well, the feeling is definitely mutual. You two run along, and I'll keep things going around here.
Okay, great. Be back soon, okay?
Lily, think about what I said. It could change your life.
Hi. Dennis, anyone? Came here to get a few pointers from the expert.
Always happy to oblige, madame.
Thank you.
What'd you do with JJ?
Oh, we did a birthday party in the neighbor's house. All the kids on the block are there. You know, in a few years, you'll be able to teach JJ how to play tennis. That's if you're not too old to swing a racket by then.
Right. Did you see Jack before he left?
Yeah?
Looked better than he has in weeks.
Yeah. I think he's excited about this trip to London. And I think he's serious about getting his life back together.
But how do you feel about that, Stace?
I just hope he means it. Rick, it hurts me to see Jack wasting his talents and his life.
You know, he's determined to get you back. It's kind of funny. I have this movie that plays over and over in my head. Ending's always the same. I lose you. I guess that's because I know you don't love me. I was wondering if it's because it hasn't happened yet, or because you're still in love with Jack.
Rick, our relationship has nothing to do with Jack. You're very special to me. I'm happy about Jack because he's JJ's father. And I don't want to see him waste his life. But I'm not expecting or hoping to get back together with him. If I were, I wouldn't be seeing you. Jack and I, we don't have a marriage anymore.
And that's the way you want it?
Yeah. I still can't get over the pain he caused me. Rick, I mean it when I say that I want you in my life. But I think you deserve a woman who can give herself to you completely.
Stacy, you are the only woman I want. I guess I'll just have to take my chances. If it's meant to happen, it will.
Going on here? Why aren't they saying anything?
Ray, please, just try to stay calm. I'm sure the doctor will come out as soon as she knows anything.
did she trip or anything when she got to your house? Well, she was feeling fine when she got to your house, wasn't she?
Well, she had a queasy stomach and she was a little tired, but Ava is young and strong. Now she's going to be fine.
Well, something is wrong. Somebody doesn't just collapse for no reason at all. Doctor, how is she? Ava, how's my wife?
Your mother must have gotten sidetracked. It's no use waiting for her.
You're so serious today.
Well, I guess I'm just stuck in my work mode. I don't know. Maybe we should get trapped in an elevator again.
Let's try something a little less drastic this evening.
You know, Tricia, sometimes I can barely remember what my life was like before I met you. There was a lot of work, a lot of women, most of whom I didn't care about. I always kept a shield around my emotions. Nobody knew me. I wouldn't let them. But you make me want to share things with you. It amazes me.
Well, I'm glad. Because I've changed too. But there's still something that I feel like you're holding back from me.
I don't mean to. I guess I'm just a little afraid there's a few things you wouldn't understand.
Try me. I may not be as fragile as you think I am. Why can it be? What could possibly be so terrible that you couldn't share it with me?
Shayna, what are you doing here at the hospital?
Clay drove me here. Ava collapsed today. Jim, Clay told me that she's pregnant.
Really, I'm sorry, Shayna.
Clay's terrified that she's going to lose the baby.
I can imagine how I must feel.
Jim, I still dream about our baby. About holding him, about rocking him to sleep.
I know, so do I. Shayna, I've relived that accident 100 times.
Jim, you can't. You can't change what happened. You just have to accept it.
I know, but it certainly doesn't make it any more understandable. My faith in God was unshakable. At least I thought it was, but now... Shayna, I just can't understand how God could have taken our child away from us.
Mrs. Alden's pulse is erratic. She's also running a slight fever.
Well, I'm confused. I don't understand. What does that mean?
We still don't know. We're running some more tests. We'll have an answer soon.
Well, what about the baby?
I'm sorry. There's nothing we could do. Mrs. Alden lost the baby.
Tonight, Mr. Belvedere's got a secret at making him act funny on Mr. Belvedere. Then, following I Married Dora, 4 children trapped in a cult with bizarre sexual practices travel with their mother as she fights to bring them from Bangkok on 2020. Julie cannot deny her passion for Nico. Stay tuned for All My Children next.